Welcome back! Imagine stepping outside and picking a sun-ripened orange from your own tree. Growing oranges is more than gardening. It's about creating a story in your backyard. Today, I'll guide you step by step, from choosing the right spot to harvesting your first fruit. Whether you have a big yard or a sunny patio, you can grow oranges. We'll keep it simple and inspiring, so you feel ready to start. Let's dig in and grow something wonderful together. Let's start with the basics, planting your orange tree. Whether you're a first-time gardener or a seasoned pro, getting this step right is crucial for a thriving, fruit-laden tree in the years to come. Begin by choosing the sunniest, most protected spot in your yard. Oranges absolutely love warmth and hate frost. A location with at least 8 hours of direct sunlight each day is ideal. Avoid low-lying areas where cold air settles, as frost can damage young trees. Well-draining soil is key. Oranges don't like wet feet, so if you have heavy clay, mix in plenty of compost or organic matter to improve drainage and soil structure. Sandy loam is perfect, but you can always amend your soil to get closer to ideal conditions. Plant in spring after the last frost so your tree has a full season to establish roots. This timing gives your sapling the best chance to adapt and grow strong before facing its first winter. Space standard trees 12-25 feet apart. Dwarfs need just 6-10 feet. Good spacing ensures each tree gets enough sunlight and airflow, which helps prevent disease and encourages healthy growth. Dig a hole twice as wide as the root ball, but no deeper. A wide hole encourages roots to spread outward, anchoring your tree and helping it access nutrients. Loosen the roots before planting to encourage outward growth. If the roots are circling the pot, gently tease them apart so they don't keep growing in a tight circle underground. Set the tree so the root ball is level with the ground. Planting too deep can suffocate the roots, while planting too high can expose them to drying out. Backfill with soil, tamp gently, and don't add fertilizer yet. The young roots are sensitive, and fertilizer can burn them at this stage. Instead, focus on firming the soil to remove air pockets. Water deeply right after planting to settle the soil. A thorough soak helps eliminate air gaps and ensures the roots make good contact with the surrounding earth. For the first few weeks, keep the soil moist but not soggy. Check the soil regularly. If the top inch feels dry, it's time to water. Consistent moisture helps the tree recover from transplant shock. This early care helps your tree get off to a strong start. You'll soon see new leaves and shoots, a sign that your orange tree is settling in well. If you're planting more than one, give each tree plenty of space for sunlight and airflow. Crowded trees compete for resources and are more prone to pests and disease. Remember, the foundation you set now leads to a healthy, fruitful tree. A well-planted orange tree can reward you with decades of delicious fruit and vibrant growth. A little patience and attention at the start pays off for years. With the right care, your orange tree will become a centerpiece of your garden, providing beauty and bounty. Now that your tree is in the ground, let's move on to sunlight, the next essential ingredient for a thriving orange tree. Sunlight is your orange tree's best friend. Oranges need at least 6-8 hours of direct sun daily for sweet, juicy fruit. Pick a spot that isn't shaded by buildings or other trees. South-facing is ideal. Without enough sun, trees grow weak and produce poor fruit. Sunlight fuels photosynthesis, powering growth and flavor. Too much shade means smaller, less sweet oranges. In rare, extremely hot climates, provide light afternoon shade to prevent sunburn. For most of us, more sun is better. Watch how sunlight moves across your yard and adjust if needed. Healthy, sun-soaked leaves mean a happy, productive tree. Good sun also helps prevent disease by drying leaves quickly. Give your tree the light it craves and you'll be rewarded with the best harvest. Next, let's talk about watering. Watering is crucial, especially for young trees. Without enough water, your orange tree can't establish strong roots or grow healthy leaves and fruit. Think of water as the foundation for your tree's future. Getting it right from the start sets your tree up for years of success. In the first year, water deeply 2-3 times a week to keep soil moist but not soggy. Deep watering encourages roots to grow downward, making the tree more resilient to drought and heat. Shallow, frequent watering only encourages weak surface roots, so always aim for a good soak. As the tree matures, switch to deep, infrequent watering, about once a week. Mature trees have larger root systems and can access water deeper in the soil, but they still need regular, thorough watering to stay healthy, especially during hot spells or dry periods. Always water the entire root zone out to the drip line. The drip line is the area under the outermost branches, where the feeder roots absorb the most water. Don't just water near the trunk. Spread the water out to reach all the roots. Pay special attention during flowering and fruit development. Drought can cause fruit drop. When your tree is blooming or setting fruit, it needs extra moisture to support this energy-intensive process. Even a short dry spell can lead to fewer oranges at harvest. Drip irrigation or soaker hoses are best. They deliver water right to the roots and save water. These systems are efficient, reduce evaporation, and help prevent fungal diseases by keeping the leaves dry. Avoid wetting the trunk and leaves to prevent disease. Water left on the trunk or foliage can invite rot and fungal problems, so always direct water to the soil, not the plant itself. Adjust your watering based on climate and soil type. Hot, sandy areas need more. Sandy soils drain quickly and dry out faster, while clay soils hold moisture longer. In hot, windy, or dry climates, you may need to water more often to keep your tree hydrated. Check soil moisture with your finger. If it's dry a couple inches down, it's time to water. This simple test helps you avoid both overwatering and underwatering, which can stress your tree. Watch your tree's leaves. Wilted or curled leaves mean it's thirsty. Leaves are your tree's way of telling you it needs a drink, so check them regularly, especially during hot weather. Consistent, thoughtful watering leads to a strong, productive tree. Trees that receive the right amount of water are more resistant to pests, diseases, and environmental stress, and they reward you with bigger, juicier fruit. Water is life. Give your tree what it needs and it will thrive. A well-watered tree is a happy tree, ready to grow, flower, and fruit for years to come. Now, let's feed your tree for the best results. On to fertilization. Feeding your orange tree is about finding the right balance between nutrients, timing, and care. Just like any living thing, your tree thrives when it receives what it needs when it needs it. Fertilization is both a science and an art, and understanding your tree's unique requirements is the first step to a healthy, fruitful harvest. Use a citrus fertilizer that contains the essential trio: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, often labeled as NPK. These nutrients are the foundation for strong growth, vibrant leaves, and juicy fruit. For young trees, small but frequent feedings are key. Apply fertilizer every 6-8 weeks during the active growing seasons of spring and summer, when the tree is putting out new leaves and roots. Mature trees, on the other hand, benefit from a more measured approach. Feed them 3 times a year, once in late winter, again in late spring, and a final time in late summer. This schedule supports both flowering and fruit development. Don't forget about micronutrients. Elements like zinc, manganese, and iron are just as important as the big 3. Check your fertilizer label to make sure these are included or supplement if needed. In addition to commercial fertilizers, enrich your soil with organic matter. Add compost or well-aged manure once or twice a year. This not only feeds the tree, but also improves soil structure and water retention. Always read and follow the instructions on your fertilizer package. Over-fertilizing can burn roots and actually stunt your tree's growth, so measure carefully and err on the side of caution. When applying fertilizer, sprinkle it evenly under the tree's canopy, keeping it away from the trunk. Water thoroughly afterward to help nutrients reach the roots and prevent fertilizer burn. Watch your tree's leaves for clues. Healthy, deep green leaves are a sign your tree is getting the nutrients it needs. If you notice yellowing leaves or pale veins, your tree may be lacking a specific nutrient. Adjust your fertilization routine or add targeted supplements as needed. Remember, the goal is to feed the soil, not just the tree. Healthy soil leads to a thriving, resilient orange tree that can withstand pests and drought. A well-fed tree rewards you with abundant, delicious fruit and lush foliage. The effort you put into fertilization pays off at harvest time. Now that your tree is nourished, it's time to shape it for future success. Pruning is up next, and it's just as important as feeding for a healthy, productive orange tree. Pruning shapes your tree for health and fruitfulness. Start by removing dead, damaged, or diseased wood each year in late winter or early spring. Cut off suckers from below the graft union. They sap energy and won't bear fruit. Aim for an open, vase-like shape by thinning crowded branches. This lets sunlight and air reach all parts of the tree, helping fruit ripen and preventing disease. Use sharp, clean tools and make precise cuts just outside the branch collar. Don't over-prune. Oranges need only light, selective thinning. Clean up all clippings to prevent pests and disease. Pruning is gentle guidance, not a drastic overhaul. Step back and admire your work. A lighter, healthier tree ready for a great harvest. Now let's protect your tree from pests and disease. Healthy trees resist most problems, but vigilance is key. Common pests include aphids, scale, and leaf miners. Check leaves regularly. Blast aphids off with water. Use neem oil for stubborn pests. Spray in the morning or evening to avoid leaf burn. Fungal diseases like sooty mold often follow pest infestations. Control pests to prevent disease. Good air circulation and sanitation, removing fallen leaves and fruit, are your best defenses. Clean pruning tools between cuts to stop disease spread. Attract beneficial insects like ladybugs by planting flowers nearby. Don't panic over a few chewed leaves. Balance is natural. Early action and gentle methods keep your tree healthy. A resilient garden is the goal, not a perfect one. Now let's celebrate flowering and fruit set. Flowering is when your care pays off. Fragrant blossoms signal fruit is on the way. Keep watering consistent during bloom and fruit set. Drought can cause flowers and fruit to drop. Fertilize in late winter or early spring to fuel this energy-intensive stage. If fruit set is low, try a foliar spray with boron and zinc. Don't worry if your tree drops some tiny fruit. This natural thinning helps it focus on the best ones. Most oranges are self-fertile, but bees help pollination. Encourage them with flowers nearby. Watch as tiny green oranges swell. Your harvest is coming. Stay consistent with care, and you'll soon see the results. Next, let's talk about harvesting. 10. Harvest time is the reward for your patience and care. Oranges don't ripen after picking, so let them mature fully on the tree. Look for deep orange color, but a little green is okay in some varieties. The best test is taste. Pick one and try it. Ripe oranges feel heavy and slightly soft with smooth skin. Use clean clippers to snip fruit, leaving a bit of stem attached. Most trees bear fruit 2-3 years after planting, with peak harvest at 5-7 years. Different varieties ripen at different times. Plant a mix for a longer harvest season. Store oranges in a cool place or the fridge for longer freshness. Enjoy and share your harvest. It's the sweetest reward. Celebrate your success and look forward to even better crops each year. Let's wrap up with a few bonus tips. For the best results, choose grafted trees and use organic mulch to retain moisture and enrich soil. Thin small fruit early for bigger, better oranges. Protect your tree from sunburn and pests with mindful care. Every garden is unique. Share your experiences and questions in the comments. Thanks for joining me. Subscribe for more gardening tips. Until next time, happy growing!